officially a year.
They'll still need to find more food in the wilderness.
So some of you may be wondering,
why have they not caught fish?
Well, the swamp nearby has no fish in it. What we really need is moving water that we can fish in.
And while Hayes was rambling on about his kids,
And my 2-year-old doesn't sleep very well either, so
this happened.
I think being a dad. What is this? This is a creek. This is not a swamp. This is actually moving water. There's fish in here. Dude, look at this. It's like a dock.
this is the perfect place for food and shelter.
And after another few days full of a surprise freezing rainstorm,
At least now we have $100,000.
they decided to move and upgrade their shelter near their newfound water source.
Good morning, Grizz.
How are you always up earlier?
We're gathering up a bunch of dead trees we can use for our structure.
And then we balance them together into an A-frame shape and cut the trees to the right length. Oh! I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. I'm glad I broke your fall.
Sorry.
All right, so maybe they had a bit of a false start. But once they got the structure back up, they spent the entire next day putting their finishing touches on their shelter. They even built a fishing dock to help them catch more food.
Dock's done,
Pleasantly surprised.
and now all we gotta do is catch a fish. Come on,
Yeah.
right?
And as good as this was, without sleeping bags, the winter night was still unforgiving.
On a really cold night, cold toes, cold feet, no sleeping bag.
So I think I knew what my next offer was. It's day 20 and they moved super deep in the woods, so now we have to get there by boat.
Do you hear that sound in the distance?
What'd you say?
Is that a boat?
Any minute now when we find them, I've got a fun offer for them. How's it going, boys?
Hey guys, what's going on?
Two things. First, the plane needed maintenance, so I'm delivering this by hand.
Hey, all
There's
right.
your $10,000, which puts you guys at $140,000. And second, we have an offer for you.
Ooh.
Reveal your offer. Just go ahead and take it off. Here it is.
Oh.
You can either give me $10,000 for that red sleeping bag, or give me $50,000 and you get both sleeping bags.
What?
5 times the amount for both.
Oh man.
Can I take it out?
Yeah, we should look at it.
Yeah, check them out.
Hang on, I just gotta do this.
These are the same sleeping bags we used in Antarctica. They work very well. Here's the weather forecast. It's gonna get pretty cold next week, so
Yeah.
highly recommend you at least buy one.
When we started this thing out, we were in the 20s without anything. We've adapted to it. We have bedding, we have pine straw. We're doing pretty well in these low temperatures. I would love to have a sleeping bag, but $50,000 is...
I sleep closer to Grizz than I do my wife, so I'm not even kidding.
You're actually gonna say no to both?
On a really cold night, no sleeping bag.
Yeah, so I think it's final. We don't want it.
Yeah, agreed.
Wow, not even a single sleeping bag. All right, boys, close it up. Sure, the boys could survive without sleeping bags, but that didn't solve their food problem. In between sitting out rainy days, the boys got into a bit of a routine where they would boil water, work on their shelter, and try to catch fish, which wasn't really working out for them.
We got some guts for bait. We're gonna cast them out, and hopefully the fish come up off the bottom of the creek.
Day after day of failing to catch any fish,
Let's go check the lines, see if any catfish are on.
they finally caught a wind in their sails.
Oh, Grizz!
Or whatever that abomination of Mother Nature was.
What is that? Can I eat it?
First fish, it's an eel, and I think I'm gonna charcoal grill it. We're gonna have ourselves some American-style unagi.
This is the first thing that we've caught out here in 27 days, which is insane. We're happy to have it, and we're gonna make it delicious.
I don't know if this is what I would call delicious, but the fact that they haven't had a fresh meal in almost 30 days means even a rock would taste good to them at this point.
It's excellent.
It's so good. This is just like amazingly good.
If we keep catching fish like this, we can easily stay for a year, bro.
Dude, yeah, $3.6 million.
Good night! And on day 28, they started constructing their raised bed system in their new shelter.
So it's gonna be 2 tripods, 1, 2, side rails going down, slats across, and then a nice pine needle mattress made out of parachutes.
And after seeing their new shelter become more and more comfortable, I was starting to get worried that I was gonna have to pay these guys millions of dollars.
The only regret that I have, they're not bunk beds.
That's honestly an L.
They were betting everything on their new shelter being right next to this creek, but that may have been a huge mistake because they couldn't catch another eel to save their lives.
Snapped it. At this point, I've spent more time in the wilderness than I have with my newborn son. I also have a 2-year-old with my wife alone. How do you explain to a 2-year-old that daddy's gonna be gone and he won't talk to you and he won't call you and he won't see you? Say they were making us an offer. What would be something that you would actually buy?
We spend a lot of time out here trying to get firewood. You know, having firewood dropped off would be really nice. I'd probably pay $10,000 for that.
We are literally in the middle of the forest. I couldn't tell you where we are anymore.